Yes.
John, is this exactly what your team needed?
Oh, yeah. I went on TV after, and both guys said, you know, you didn't have the energy that they had. Do you guys understand every game they play is going to be someone's Super Bowl? But we were also disconnected offensively. It wasn't just defense, it was both. What they came in with, their game plan was drive the ball. Something we worked on a little bit yesterday, something that we're going to have to get better at, so we keep people in front of us. But I told Bobby after, I mean, he lost 3 of his guys, his starters, had 2 starters back, has pretty much a brand new team, and they came in here and did that. Wow. Hats off to them. And I told the team at halftime, you know what? I'm happy this happened, and if you don't start playing, you're going to lose, and I'll even be happy about that. Because you need to get hit in the head and start understanding what you have to be. And I know our fans, oh, we can't ever lose a game. We can't. Well, there are going to be some L's the way we're trying to do this for a while until they get it. We had a couple guys stand out and play well. Carl didn't play well today. Devin played better. Devin didn't play well the last game. Carl played better. I mean, Calipari did a pretty good thing. I wish he made more foul shots because we'd go to him more. You know, Tyler played well. Andrew didn't play as well as he's been playing, but he'll be fine. I mean, this is how it'll go. Next game, it'll be Andrew playing out of his mind. Tyler won't play as well. That's what happens when you have this group of players, and they get to understand. You like Alex in the first half. Come on, Alex. But in the second half, he played. I mean, you know, it's what we're going to be for a while.
John, Trey came out with that kind of energy I think you were looking for there in the second half. What did you see from him there? And was it a game-wide thing for him?
He's still, his decision-making, because the game is faster than he's ever played. So he'll have a drive, instead of pulling up, he'll run somebody over. There's a quick pass shot for him, and he's not prepared because he's never played this fast. He's got to catch up with that stuff. But Trey Lyles gives us, on that second unit, unbelievable scoring ability if Devin makes a shot or two. Devin doesn't have to make them all. He just can't miss them all. And now you have Trey and you have Calipari inside. I mean, Marcus Lee doing his thing. I mean, you know, it ends up being a pretty good game for us.
Cal, it looked like that second unit was giving you better effort defensively. Is that surprising at all? Because that's the group that has 3 freshmen on it.
Well, their energy, it's you know, it's not for me to say. You all watch it, and you know, when I watch the tape, I'll have my opinion too. But again, what I liked in the game is it was a close game. We had to fight. We had to execute down the stretch. Now, if you look at our last 7, 8 possessions, they were all great possessions. For that to be November 15th, is that the date today?
16th.
The 16th, that's ridiculous. Especially when I was out there with 3 freshmen doing it. We shoved 3 freshmen in there, and they executed down the stretch. So, you know, for us to be able to have a game like this was a big-time game for us. We needed this. We needed a team that could beat us on the dribble, that wasn't afraid, that played physical, that had an inside presence, and this is it. I mean, now we go to Kansas, it's the same thing. We probably need another hit in the mouth. Let's see where we are. There are no excuses. Well, if I played more, I'd really be bad. Really? I mean, there are no excuses. You either perform or you don't. And what I said is, if you didn't play well, it's the next game. Move on. Whatever you thought you played well, it's the next game. I looked at Carl. Next game, Carl.
Cal, when it's 5 at halftime, there are a lot of people thinking, well, he's going to scrap this platoon thing. Were you tempted at all?
Somebody on my staff said, do you want to stop? We're playing the way we play, and we're figuring it out. So, someone on there, no. We're playing how we play. Now, Carl got in foul trouble, you're out. If someone else is not playing well, they're going to be taken out. If a unit's not playing well, I'll take them out. But every one of these kids had a chance. Now, if I'd have stuck with those first guys, you would have never seen Trey, Devin, and Tyler do what they did. They all 3 played well today. Well, they need that. And it's a good thing. I think you have guys on our team that are, you know, you're going to have to perform. You got guys on here that really want to go and play. You got to go.
here.
John over here to the left. It seems like Trey Lyles' dunk in the second half right off the bat kind of energized your team. I'm wondering, how explosive of a player can he be? What is his ceiling for
He's just learning to run fast. He's just learning to play fast yet be in control. He is a skilled 6'10", 3'4". He can post you. He can make a jump shot. He's a pretty good passer. He's young. He just had his birthday. But he's got a ways to go. This is a great team for him to play with. If you're not playing great, don't worry. We're fine. Just sit out. But it's a great team for all these guys to just play hard. Even if you don't play well, we're going to be all right. Someone else step in and be better the next game. Learn from it. I'll sit down with a couple of the guys and I'll ask, how do you think you played? What did you learn from it? I'll have that conversation. What did you learn from it? Where do you have to go now? How does this team need you to play? To make sure we're all on the same page. Because the reality of it is there's not one player on this team that even looks like another. And the Twins do, but they don't even play the same. Everybody's different here. Just do what you do well.
Right here with Jerry.
John, how well do you think Buffalo controlled the tempo, made you play a half-court game, and how much does that help maybe down the road?
Well, we could have backed up off the press, start the second half. And the reason I didn't do it was they're not making us get out of the press. We'll do what we choose to do. I wanted my team to know that. So we pressed a little bit different. We did a different press. We didn't stop pressing until the last few plays. So what they did was they were very quick and athletic at guard, and they were able to control themselves. We did not control them. Well, any good team, you're not going to control a good team when you press. You're trying to wear them down, and we did at some point. I thought we made a couple plays and a couple baskets, but look, they are a team that if that's who they are in their league, they're going to be really, really good. For us, it was a great game. It's what we needed. And I told Bobby after, I said, I coach young teams and new teams. For him to do that second game out, amazing stuff.
John, can you talk about the way that Willie played and how do you think he handled the physical play, especially early?
He's still not posting the way he's capable of posting. He's still not, he's stepping off the block all the time. So we're going to continue to work on him catching it tight. He's great out on the floor. He's great defensively. I mean, there were a lot of good things. He had 4 assists today. He has, we had 10 blocks in the game. He has 2 of them. You know, he has 2 steals, a block, 4 assists, 10 rebounds. I mean, it's a pretty good game for a 7-footer.
You guys had 10 turnovers in the first half. When you turned that around?
Yeah, they had more energy than us. You're always a step behind. They were pretty quick. You don't have enough energy. You look really slow, and they look really quick, and they look like they're controlling everything because you don't have enough energy. Now, the reason you can have the energy and have no excuse is all you got to do is go 3-4 minutes, as hard as you can go, and then you're coming out. And if you're really going good, I'll leave you in another minute or 2 if you can do it. And we did that a little bit today.
Can you talk about, in the second half, how important it was to be able to force 10 turnovers on Buffalo? Because
our energy went up, and then they were on their heels. The biggest thing is they scored 14 points in the second half. That's a big deal. I want you to know that they scored 14 points in the second half. Or that last basket may have given them 16. 14. Is that 14 in the second half? So that means we all defended, no one broke down. And again, by being able to block shots, it makes it hard for, you know, when you come in, just drive the ball. You're looking at 2 7-footers under there and a 6'10" guy. So it's not as easy as you say, but we broke down in the first half. We weren't, not enough energy. We were reaching, you know, and then we played better in the second half. The whole team had great energy in the second half. The whole team did. But that's who we need to be. What we were in the second half, that's who we should be the whole game. And there's no reason not to if you're playing half a game. You don't have to make shots. I mean, again, we were 6 for 20 from the 3-point line. We only shot 41% for the game. 41%. So you don't have to shoot great to play and win and play with great intensity.
Cal, sort of by necessity, you ended up playing Calipari on both groups, but is he a little bit of a stabilizing force for you guys?
Just has to make free throws. has to make some free throws. Today, he was 3 out of 6. 50% is, 4 out of 6 would all been like, oh, wow. 3 out of 6, you know what they're doing late in the game? They're fouling him. So you can leave him in the game, and then he misses 2. I mean, it's the greatest thing is, who is that on? Him. And you know what? He'll be in the gym tonight shooting free throws. He knows, if I want to play more, if I want to be in the game at the end, I got to be able to make free throws. And he's getting better. That's not 1 for 10. 3 for 6 is not 1 for 10.
If he gets that part of it, what does he give you guys? I mean, it seems like
He fights, he tries, he runs hard. He's given everything that's in his body. And that's all you can ask as a coach.
Last question. Last question.
John, I wonder if you could elaborate on the press change that you made, and was that a halftime adjustment?
Yeah, instead of us trapping and going a little nutty to give them easy baskets, we were pressing and trying to make it inbound hard, and then if we had another trap, do it, but we weren't forcing the trap. Try to get into their legs a little bit, tire them out, get into their ability to make jump shots.
Thanks, guys.